Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net and it's Saturday the 11th of October. Thanks again for watching. And something we haven't looked at weatherweb.net for a wee while is the sunspot numbers, and we're in cycle 24 at the moment. Remember, these sunspot cycles run roughly every 11 years. This is the chart which shows the predicted path of the cycle. The dots here are the upper and lower paths and the forecast, and the solid black line through the middle here are the mean of those forecast paths, and then the little bits that you see going up and down here, the actual graph, that's where sunspot counts have been. And you can see, look, how it went above it. The overall pattern is there, but went above for some time, quite significantly above the forecast mean, and went into the maximum of the forecast mean. It's started to ease off now, so we're starting to come back down to the mean. So probably what we are going to be finding is that the sunspots are likely to come back into the forecast and probably will be doing something like that. So it looks as if they are back on track again. What that does mean is that cycle 24 remains a quiet cycle. Look, if you compare it here to cycle 23, you can see, look, at just how much quieter that has been than cycle 23 was predicted to be. So the prediction was correct. And then if you look at where the maximums of the sunspots occurred during those cycles, we've got one here at just over 100, but in 23, cycle 23, we were up at 175. So certainly the sun has gone quiet as was predicted. Are we heading into more minimums? Well, we'll have to wait and see how things develop. Sea ice as well we haven't taken a peek at. So this is Arctic sea ice, and we have the 2012 position, which was the minimum in this 1981 to 2010 period. So we've got the to 2014 period. So we've got the dashed lines here, which are showing that particular year, which of course was the year when the ice melted. And we've got the average, which is the solid line you see running through the middle there. And just notice how this year in the Arctic, sea ice has been below the average, although not quite in the outlier stage of the means, but still Arctic sea ice is less than the average has been since 1981 to 2010. Antarctic sea ice looking like this. Conversely, the Antarctic sea ice is above where you would expect it to be, considerably above the mean and considerably above the maximum reached in 2013. So we've got the converse going on in the Antarctic as is going on in the Arctic. A pattern that's been repeated now for some time. So what about the CFS? Well, this is the 5-day forecast of the CFS going up to the 15th of October. And notice here, look, trough out towards the west. We've got this big ridge, look here, off towards the east. And those of you watching the Formula 1 qualifying from Sochi this weekend will know how glorious the TV pictures have been, with beautiful blue skies, the blue Black Sea, and really has been gorgeous conditions. And that's all because of this ridge here that you can see, centred actually over the Black Sea. Now, interestingly, on the CFS, the following 5-day forecast from the 15th to the 20th of October is also pulling in a ridge. Look, it pulls that ridge from Russia back in across the UK, bringing fine conditions. There's the axis of the ridge, look, through the UK, bringing fair conditions. Now, this goes against what the operationals are doing. They're also trying to build a ridge of sorts, but are making it far more transitionary. So they're bringing it in around the 16th, 17th. They're leaving it in for a couple of days, and then they see this feature you can see out here, this trough, the bluer colours coming in. They see that coming back in quite quickly. But the CFS just holds on to that ridge. Look, it's still there for the following 5 days, from the 20th to the 25th of October. It slips a little bit further east, so the high would probably be out here somewhere. But still keeps most of the UK in fair conditions. Could be some rain affecting Western Scotland, Western Ireland, but essentially it's still going with this idea of a sort of a 7 to 10 day period of fairer conditions. As I say, always northwest Scotland and Western Ireland look as if they're at risk of catching some rain during this period. But elsewhere, it looks like it does try and maintain that high pressure. It's even there into the final week of October, 25th to the 30th of October. Look, still got above normal heights, but there is a jet of sorts forming through here. So we are likely to see more unsettled conditions through Scotland, through Northern Ireland during this period. But elsewhere, could be staying dry, particularly off towards the east. I think the west tending to see this breakdown taking place. This is half-term week, actually. So starting to see that breakdown in the west, but towards the east and the south are drier conditions. Although into early November it starts to get rid of those above normal heights. Although still there, you see, towards the north and the east of Scotland, still got this ridge feature of sorts in there, look. So it doesn't turn it into anything particularly dramatically unsettled. So we're still sticking with the same long-range story of this building pressure coming in around the 17th or 18th and lasting for a few days. But it's Scotland and Western Ireland that are under watch at the moment for that risk of rain. But what about the shorter term? Just a quick look at what's going on in the coming days. This is minimum temperatures overnight tonight. Going to be a cold one Sunday morning. -1 degrees across Wales, 1s across Northern England, -1 Scotland, -1 Ireland. Probably not so cold off towards the east, but certainly cold towards the west. Monday's on watch as well. Has been a cold and a wet one. This is the chart for Manchester. Look, cooler temperatures, rainfall showing on there as well. So Monday looking pretty yuck actually across many parts of England and also Wales. But the far north of England and Scotland, and probably Northern Ireland, faring better. So for today, still got low pressure and control. Troughs rotating around this low, bringing showers. Most of them west and south. Got a respite of sorts on Sunday. Mist and fog Sunday morning, quite a cold start as we've just seen. The mist and fog may take some time to clear. Once it has, though, should be dry for most, although this feature of cloud and outbreaks of rain coming into the south through Sunday evening, that tracking its way north as low pressure on Monday, bringing, as I say, this real autumnal feel to Monday morning across most of England and Wales. Although, actually, if the sun does manage to come through across any parts of southeast England on Monday afternoon, probably won't be feeling too bad, but I think really for most of us we have to go into the category of pretty yuck. Scotland and Ireland, dry, sunny spells there, best of the sunshine to the west. Tuesday, low pressure still in control, bound to rain by then across central northern Wales, probably northern England, parts of the Midlands. Heavy showers following into the south where it'll become milder. Windy still across northern England, some low cloud across eastern Scotland, but for the west it's dry and it's there that we'll find the best of the weather. Wednesday continues to see low pressure just clearing its way eastwards. I think more rain coming into southern Ireland and southwest England, but elsewhere a gradual improvement during Wednesday, although no way am I saying it's going to be a fine day. I think best of the sunshine and dry weather western Scotland and parts of Northern Ireland again. On Thursday, warm front tracking its way northwards, bringing low cloud and some drizzle down these eastern coasts. Many southern and eastern areas are drier though. This east to southeast wind feeding into the east, bringing perhaps the risk of some low cloud there. But I think generally what we'll find is that warm front weakening all the time. And I think really this sets the scene for the build of pressure at the end of the week. But you can see here, look, just how close the operationals bring those areas of low pressure. So, plenty to get our teeth into and talk about over the next few days. But for now, once again, thanks for watching weatherweb.net. Whatever you're doing, have a fantastic day and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.